Hey guys, let's talk about coterminal angles. Coterminal angles are angles that share the same terminal side. Or we could say that they're angles that point in the same direction. Or you could essentially say they overlap each other. Although I don't think you'll ever hear a teacher say it that way, but that's a way to think about it for sure. So here's 60 degrees, the angle we were given. To find our coterminal angle that overlaps our original angle, which is the coterminal angle, we will make a full circle around, back to the same spot, pointing in the same direction, and this new one is overlapping our old one, but it's 360 degrees more around the circle. So we took our original 60 degrees and we added 360 degrees to it to get our coterminal angle of 420 degrees. What if we wanted a negative coterminal angle to 60 degrees? We would just go the other way. This time we're taking away 360 degrees. So this time we subtracted 360 degrees. And we got a coterminal angle that's negative of 300 degrees. Negative 300 degrees. We'll do some more examples and it'll make more sense if it doesn't yet. So on your test, you'll probably be given something like 110 degrees. And you'll be asked to find a positive and a negative coterminal angle to 110 degrees. So to find your positive coterminal angle, you're going to add 360 degrees to it to get a coterminal angle of 470 degrees. To get your negative coterminal angle, you're going to subtract 360 degrees to get a negative coterminal angle of negative 250 degrees. Say you're given pi radians, and you're asked to find a positive and a negative coterminal angle. Well, we know that 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi. So we're doing the same thing. We're adding 360 degrees, just a different unit. We're doing 2 pi radians, which is its equivalent. So to find our positive one, we're just adding 2 pi radians to get a positive coterminal angle of 3 pi radians. To find our negative coterminal angle, we're going to subtract 2 pi radians to get a negative coterminal angle of negative pi radians. We'll do some more and get into some more challenging ones. Say we're given three. Okay, here's an example of something you'll get on your test. They're going to ask you, they're going to say, and I would almost guarantee it, here's 310 degrees. And they're going to say, okay, so they'll ask you to find all angles coterminal to the angle they gave you. So if they give you 310 degrees, you have to find all of the coterminal angles. So you could do this, but you'd be here forever, literally, because these coterminal angles would just keep going on and on forever, because you can just keep adding 360 degrees or taking it away infinitely. Every angle that you add 360 to is coterminal to your original angle. So obviously we're not going to do that. So what we would do is we would take our 310 degrees and we would add to it k times 360. And what this says is that for any number you put into k, multiplied by 360 plus 310 is coterminal to 310 degrees, any whole number. So you could put a negative k in here, for example. So say we put 2 in here. We have 310 degrees plus we put 2 in for k times 360 degrees. So now we have 310 degrees plus 720 degrees. And this angle is coterminal. This is 930 degrees. Or I'm sorry, this is 1030 degrees. So 310 plus k times 360 degrees would cover all of our coterminal angles to 310 degrees. So let's do another one. If we're given negative 285 degrees and asked to find all the coterminal angles to negative 285 degrees, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to find any of them, you have to add 360 degrees or take it away. So we're adding k multiplied by 360 degrees. And that's it. That finds all of our coterminal angles, negative and positive. What if we're given something like 4 pi? And we're asked to find all of the coterminal angles. So the only difference is we're adding k, but we're multiplying it by 2 pi. So however many you want, however many coterminal angles you want away, you can plug into k here. So you can put 20 in, anything. What if we're given negative 3 pi? Well, again, we would just add k, multiply it by 2 pi. So let's do a few more of these. And what we're going to do is we're going to take what I give you, so negative 200 degrees, and we're asked to find one negative coterminal angle, one positive coterminal angle, and we're asked to find all coterminal angles. So to find our positive coterminal angle, we add 360 degrees. To find our negative coterminal angle, we would subtract 360 degrees. So our positive coterminal angle is 160 degrees, and our negative coterminal angle is negative 560 degrees. To find all of our coterminal angles, we're going to add k multiplied by 360 degrees. And this will give us all coterminal angles. Let's try the same thing, but this time we're going to do it with pi over 4. And this makes it a little more challenging. So let's find our positive coterminal angle. To find our positive coterminal angle, we add 2 pi. But we won't have the same denominator, so we can't add them yet until we get these denominators to be the same. So to get a 4 in the denominator of our 2 pi, we're going to have to multiply this side by 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. And what we end up with is pi over 4 plus 8 pi, 4 multiplied by 2, over 4 multiplied by 1, 4, which comes out to 9 pi radians over 4. To get our negative coterminal angle, we subtract 2 pi. We need our denominators to be the same though again. So we're going to multiply it by 4 on top and bottom. And we end up with pi over 4 subtract 8 pi, 2 times 4, 8 pi, over 4 times 1, 4, and it comes out to negative 7 pi over 4. So how do we find all coterminal angles? Well, you don't have to change any denominators or anything. You just have to do the same thing you did before. Add 2 pi multiplied by k. All right, one more. Say we're given negative 6 pi over 5. We're asked to find one negative, one positive, and all coterminal angles. So I'm going to write these out. Let's find our positive coterminal angle first. We add 2 pi. But our denominators don't match again. So I'm multiplying the top by 5 and the bottom by 5. We end up with negative 6 pi over 5 plus 2 times 5 pi, 10 pi, over 5. And our answer is negative 6 plus 10, 4 pi, over 5. Now let's find a negative coterminal. Subtract 2 pi. Denominators do not match. Multiply by the denominator you need on bottom and top. We end up with negative 6 pi over 5, subtract 10 pi over 5, which ends up being negative 16 pi all over 5. And again, we don't have to do anything with the denominators down here to find all of our coterminal angles. We're just adding k multiplied by 2 pi. So we're always either adding 2 pi, taking away 2 pi, or we're adding 360 degrees or taking 360 degrees away. And they can go on infinitely. All right, thank you for watching. Leave any questions you have down in the comment section below.